Okay, go. So, good morning, guys, and I believe you are well. I'm grateful for another Thursday morning. I hope you are all well. So, and you can hear me clearly. So, I'm happy to host you guys. So, minute. So today, let me share my screen so that we'll be talking today about Fibonacci trading or Fibonacci trading. Most of you may be familiar or not may be familiar. Last time we talked about support and resistance. So let me share my screen, 1 minute. Okay, I'm sharing my screen. So there we are. So today we'll be talking about Fibonacci trading. So I won't take much time because it's a mathematical formula that we use to trade. So Fibonacci trading is here. So I'm just going to explain the ins and outs of Fibonacci trading and how we apply it to support and resistance. Then I'm going to show you how to apply it on the charts. So let me first go to what is Fibonacci trading. I'm just going to use our guide. Minute. So this is Fibonacci. So what is Fibonacci? Fibonacci trading, there's a lot that is out there, but it's one of the best thing that, let me add volume, 1 minute. It's one of the most important things to learn because Fibonacci rotates around the law of the universe. So basically that's what Fibonacci is all about. So let me just go directly to let you know what it's all about, and then we'll be able to see what it entails. So what we'll be using Fibonacci in our trading. So a minute. So we'll be using Fibonacci in our trading, and Fibonacci is a huge subject, and there are many different Fibonacci studies with weird sounding. So we'll be looking at two things: retracement and extension. So let's first start by introducing the guy himself. He's called Leonardo Fibonacci, and he's not some chef. He was an Italian mathematician, also known as he was a geek. So, and what he had an aha moment when he discovered a series of numbers that created ratios describing the natural proportions of things in the universe. So most of the things around the universe, or most of the things all apply on Fibonacci, and the ratios were arising from following numbers: 0, 1, as you can see, 0, 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, and so forth. And this series of numbers is derived by starting with 0 followed by 1 and then adding 0 plus 1. So basically we start with 0, then 1, then we add 0 plus 1 to get to the third number. If we add 1 plus 1, as you can see, 1 plus 1, we get 2. 1 plus 2, we get 3. 2 plus 3, we get 5. 5 plus 8, we get 13. 8 plus 13, we get 21, and so forth and so forth and so forth. So then adding the second and third numbers, 1 plus 1 to get 2, and the fourth number, and so forth. So after that, after the first few numbers in the sequence, if you measure the ratio of any number to the succeeding number, you get 0.618. So for example, if we divide, let me show you. For example, here we divide 34 divided by 55. If you have your calculator there, you can check. You will get 0.618. If you measure the ratio between the alternate numbers, you get 0.328. 34 divided by. So now we'll skip one number to go to 34 divided by 89. Anyway, don't worry so much about the math, but just follow through because it's very, very important for you see and understand how to apply Fibonacci trading to our Fibonacci to our trading. So it looks like this. This is the sequence. It usually looks like a spiral because the 0 mark starts most at the center, then we go to 1, and so forth and so forth and so forth. The numbers never end because that spiral keeps going on and on and on. So a Fibonacci sequence is formed by taking two numbers, any two numbers, and adding them together to form the third number. So then the second and third numbers are added again to form the fourth number. And you can continue on and on and on as we have seen up here. So that is what Fibonacci is all about. So that's the fish. Then this ratio can be found in many natural objects. So, and we usually call it the golden ratio. So I'm going to share with you just some of the things that we know, or some of the things that we usually find out there that basically use Fibo. So I'm just going to type the golden ratio in nature here with my Google. So if I type the golden ratio here, so welcome guys, I'm seeing we are having more people. So then I'm going to go to images, and then you'll be able to see these are just some. So you can see, for example, the flower here. This is the flower. The flower has the Fibonacci sequence. You can see the spiral from down here. Let me put this around here. Yeah, there. So you can see the flower, the spiral nature. It has this Fibonacci sequence. You can see the shell, the shell. We know then the snail. This is the Fibonacci nature. You can see also the ear. Our own ear has the Fibonacci nature. So let me just show you a little bit of the images as you can see them here. These are just some of the images. Even our own face, you can see the face itself, our own Milky Galaxy, our own galaxy here. All these are some of the places or some of the places Fibo is applied or Fibo applies to nature. So there are so many. The egg, this is also the flower, the golden ratio in art, the hand. There are so many. So I'm going to be sharing more materials on Fibo because Fibo is a very wide subject to learn. So I'll be sharing more for you to understand more on Fibo. So let me go back to trading because these are some of the places that Fibo is applied to nature. So from the face, Mona Lisa's face here, you can see even the egg itself, the shell itself. So many. There's so many places I can show you. The golden ratio actually works. So Fibo is very, very important. Even the baby, when the baby is being formed in the womb, everything in nature comes to sync with the Fibo or the Fibonacci ratio, or we call it the golden ratio. So let me go back to our explanation so that I can be able to show you how it works. So the golden ratio is actually an irrational number like pi, and is often denoted by the Greek letter phi of pi. We call it pi normally. Then we usually have retracement and extension levels. So all I want you to understand is that we have retracement and extension levels. And retracement levels, we usually have 0.23, 0.236, 0.382, 0.618, and then 0.764. So just note the numbers where you are. So the Fibo retracement level, we have 0.236, 0.382, and 0.618. And also 0.764. So I need you to note that. Then we have the extension levels. We have 0. 0 usually is the first mark. We start with 0. Then apart from 0, we have 0.382. We also have 0.618. And then we have 1.000. We also have 1.382. And then we also have 1.618. So these are mainly the levels we'll be looking at in our trading, the retracement levels and the extension levels. So just kindly follow through. So you won't really need to know much. So then how do we apply Fibo in our trading? Traders use Fibonacci retracement levels as levels of support and resistance. We are looking at places whereby we want to gain more profit, or we want to enter and gain more profit, and of course also be able to understand where our entries and our exits are. So let me now show you. They are also used as places for profit-taking levels. So Fibo is also used as profit-taking level. So it's important to understand that Fibo is used for profit-taking levels. So let me continue. So another thing, again, since so many traders are watching these levels, to place a buy and sell orders to take profit, this tool tends to work more often than not due to fulfilling prophecies. So we'll look at the swing high and swing low. So we will always look at two. So let me show you how we use it as retracement. So a minute, let me guide you. So mostly we are looking when the Nini is trending. We are looking at the market when the market is trending, and we can also be able to see when the market is ranging. So Fibo, we can use both when the market is ranging and when the market is trending. So it's good to be able to understand that. So just a minute, let me put this there. So let me continue. So the theory is that the price begins a new direction, the price will retrace or return pathway back to a previous price before price level resuming in the direction of the trend. So let me guide you and be able to see. So this is an uptrend, for example. So this is an uptrend. Let me put this here so that we can be able to see the uptrend. So this is our uptrend. So the first important thing is to identify our swing low and our swing high. So this is our swing low. Our swing low is the lowest point that we reached. Then our swing high is the highest point that we reached. So that's our swing low and our swing high. So here we plot the Fibonacci retracement levels by clicking on the swing low at points. So this is how we plot them. So this is the example. I usually show it with images. It's usually more easier. So this now is our fib level. So at 38 level, we are looking at our strong support, because remember, we are looking at both support and resistance levels from the levels. So we'll be able to see which levels hold more weight. So let me continue. This is also a downtrend. Identify the swing high and also identify the swing low. So that's how you identify the swing high and also identify the swing low. So here we also plot our fib levels. You can see now 50 here holds more resistance. So fib here will be holding more resistance. So let me continue. So the one thing that you should take note is that price won't always bounce back from these levels. They should be looked at areas of interest. So we are always looking at these levels as areas of interest, or we call them kill zones. We'll teach you more about these levels. So they're also not foolproof. Let me tell you that. So what we do, we'll combine Fibo, we'll combine the fibs with a moving average, or we'll also combine them with, like, for example, look at this area. This is a good example. Looks like the 50 level was holding. You can see 0.5. Now that will be working as the 50% mark. Then our swing high, and we have our swing low here. So let's continue. So yeah, you can see exactly now 50 was broken. So it was already broken by this candle. This very long candle broke the 50 up to 76.4, so 76%. And then there was presence of so many candles here. So now 61 here was acting as our very strong support. And that's why you can see the market was able to rally up. So that's another very good example. Let me also look for one more. So how do we use Fibo? So let me now show you how to use Fibo retracement with support and resistance. So then now I'll be showing you on the chart. So how do you use Fibo retracement with support and resistance? So let's have a look. Just 1 minute. So Fibo, remember the last lesson we had talked about support and resistance. So now we are talking of the Fibonacci retracement combined plus support and resistance. So of course we identify this was an up move. You can see this was a swing low, and this was a swing high. So this was our up move here. And then now the area of resistance, remember again, is 50. This was around 50. So you can see within 50, sorry, excuse me, around 50, it was able to break around this area. So you can see once it was able to break, the price continued rallying up. So let me, yeah, you can see this is the best example. This is another very good example. Minute. So it tested the support several times. You can see. So I remember the last time I told you, the moment you see the presence of so many candles like these ones, you can see goes up, goes down. They're usually more than 10, or they are very, very many candles. The moment you see the presence of so many candles, always remember that forms a very strong support. And this was around, you can see the 50% mark. So let me continue. Okay, so with traders looking at the same support and resistance levels, there's a good chance that there are a ton of orders at those price levels. So how do we use them? You can also use Fibo with trend lines. So let me also show you how we combine Fibo with trend lines. So this is one good example. Trend line from down here, you can see the price, the price is going up, bounces back, goes up, down, goes up, down, bounces up again. So now at our area of 50%, you can see around the 50% mark. Now this becomes our area of support. So you can see now that this is exactly what I was showing you. So now you can see at around 61 area, 61.8%, this is where now the price was able to rally up or to go up. So that's when you're combining it with trend lines. You can also use them with Japanese candlestick. Remember, I had sent you some materials on the WhatsApp group on Japanese candlestick. So let me show you how you combine them with Japanese candlestick. So this was a downtrend, a very big one. You can see from swing high and swing low. This was our downtrend, a very strong downtrend. So how do we combine them with How do we combine them with a minute, and then with candlesticks? Just 1 minute, a minute. Okay, let me show you. Around here, you can see support was tested very many times. As I told you, the presence of so many candles, that is to imply to you that there's so much support here. So you usually just wait. So 1 minute. And then you can see also now our profit taking levels is 61.81 and also around 1.16. So Fibos can also be used as profit taking levels. So looks like the buyers were exhausted. You can see this was up, then there was a presence of a doji here, and 61.8 now here acts as our main resistance above here. So let me finish up on the theory. So you can see also this is profit taking levels 38, 50, and 61. This was a very good downtrend. So this was a good way that you would have taken a profit. So let's look at the places, the ones that hold the most weight. So how do you can also use it to place your stop loss. So if you are using the stop loss, so for example here, so let me show you this example. Market was rallying up, then at around 50, what happened? Let's see. So your stop loss should be way above, because we always know sometimes that this. Give me a minute. 1 minute. So then let's do the summary of Fibo trading, so that we can be able to see. So Fibo looks like this. There's 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13, 21, and 34. So it's a spiral. It looks like this. It's more of a spiral. So the levels that seem to hold the most weight are 38.2%, 50.0%, and 61.8%. So I need you to note once again that the levels that are holding more weight are 38.2%, 50.0%, and 61.8%. So now I think I'll go to the charts themselves. So today I had prepared Euro USD. This is Euro USD. 1 minute. So Euro USD, I've already drawn the Fibo levels. So let me put this here. So I had already drawn the Fibo levels, and we can be able to see that we have our zero here, that 23.6 and 38.2. So just a minute. Yeah, there. So we have our 0, 23.6 and 38.2 and 50, 60. So here they are. I had drawn one for the 1 hour chart. So from last week, the euro has been rallying up, and we know that the reason as to why is because, of course, the fundamentals showed that they approved a stimulus package, I think of 859 billion euros. So of course, plus now there was a big rally going down. So now on H1 and H4, our trend seems to be very heavy going up. So another thing, if this level is broken, the zero level around this area, then the price means that it will now go and form, or it will start forming another Fibonacci. So for this one, I think it remains clearly more as an uptrend. As the economies keep reopening, we are trying to control COVID situation and life starts going to normalcy, we are mostly looking at a buy. Let me also check USD Chef. USD Chef is also here. You can see I had already drawn them 61, 50, 100, 38, 61. So it has been on a downtrend on H. So I had drawn two Fibos. So there's one for H4 and this one inside here is for H1. The reason is I need to know the main levels or the main levels that are holding more weight. So, but now you can see they are breaking the zero. This is on the dollar. That means the dollar has been going down. That because the chef or the Swiss franc has been gaining big time. If you look at the pair, Swiss franc versus yen, Swiss has been gaining big time, and that's because of gold. Because mostly it's backed when you're trading gold. And as we saw the last time, gold has already, as we speak right now, I'm seeing it has hit an all-time high as we are speaking of 1874. Then for oil, we are still at $42 per barrel. So this is the dollar. So the dollar, I don't think the trend will change. I think this will be the same thing. So another thing I need you to note, so here are the levels. I needed you to show how the levels work. So on H1, as the downtrend was going, it touched the 50% mark, went back to 61. So you can see around 61.8, this level, this is now was acting as our very strong resistance. Then it came back again, hit 50, retraced a little bit, then went all the way back to 38. Then from 38, there was a retracement, then the price fell down. So the price fell down all the way to around 23. Is it 23? Yeah, this is around 23. Then it retraced back again to 50. So 50 here was holding a lot of weight because on the downside it was acting as our support, but now here it was acting as our resistance. Then it formed a double top up here, then came back again. Then it was ranging. There was a ranging around 38. Then the price fell down again to 50. Then came back again to 38, then up back again to 100. But 100, this is on H1. This is on H1. Then now the price started rallying down. It rallied down to 23, then bounced back to a moving average, then came down to 38. So this most likely has been on a downtrend. Let me also show you the pound. The pound is what I've been trading mostly on this week, and it has been doing very, very well. So I just drew the fibs on H1. So basically what you're seeing, these are the fibs on H1 and also on H4. So this is, when I click H4, the bigger ones you're seeing are H4, and the one on H1 looks like this. So our trend started, so today is on Thursday, and then this is Wednesday, Tuesday, and Monday. So from Monday, at least most of the guys who've been working or trading with or training, most of the guys have been training. At least this day they managed to capture at least 246 pips going up. But I want you to see, as the trend was going up, it retraced around 38. So as I told you, 38, 50, and 61 are the ones that hold more weight. Then it went up to an all-time high, then came down and was able to retrace around 50, then went up back again to 100. So basically this has been on a downtrend, an uptrend mainly. This is on the pound, and basically it's because the same thing as I was telling you, as we manage COVID, the vaccine is almost here, as I'm able to know, and they're still testing, and by the end of the week we'll be able to know the outcome. So for Fibo trading, it is as simple as that. It is not that difficult to be able to understand how Fibo works. So basically,
the social media, but you can see.
Yeah.
I had told you guys how our shilling is going.
So basically, that is how it operates. So for now, I think I'll just the few remaining minutes, I want to encourage guys to ask questions, because this is the first class. We will also maybe be able to do one more class on Fibo, but now will be more of a practical class to be able for guys to understand really how the Fibo works. So for the next remaining maybe 5 or 10 minutes, I want to encourage you guys. You can chat me by the side, ask me questions on Fibo, though it will have to be more on a practical basis, because for you to really understand how Fibo works, basically you have to, whether you're on demo or live, it's very, very important for you at least to be trading. At least, so right now, as I speak, I would love at least more people or more of you guys to come on live, or whether you're trading them or well and good, because the idea is the more you do this, the better you become. We usually say success is an everyday effort. So every day you wake up, every day you do what you do, that is how you're getting closer to your dreams. So right now, I would love to encourage you. Maybe most of you may be new on this, but we'll be sending you more of our webinars or more of our recordings to be able to see what we've been doing over time. So FIBO is a very, very broad subject, but it is very, very important. So the most important thing, I just need you, yeah, I'm seeing there's a question here. Okay. Okay, I'm still on beginning. So the topic is becoming challenging, but I'll go back to baby pips. No problem.
Hello, Vic.
Yes, Philip.
I wanted to inquire, like, if you're a scalper, can you use fib retracement?
Yes,
Like
yes.
for the guys who use the 5 minutes chart.
Yes. But now they'll have to always be able to know where their swing high and their swing low is standing. So basically, yes, they can also use.
And then there's something, right? What about for a consolidating market whereas there's no too much movements, like the market is moving in a sideways.
Okay,
It becomes hard for guys
uh-huh.
to identify the swing highs and the swing lows. So for them
Okay.
now to, are you getting the point I'm saying?
Yes, I get it. So when you're using a ranging market, let me see, do we have any ranging market? Let me use USD card. Yeah, this
Yeah,
is
you
a
can use
ranging
it.
market. So for ranging market, you usually look at the how long. Is it a month? Like now I'm looking at that June. So you are able to look at how far, how long back do we go back. So for a ranging market, mostly I've drawn my Fibo here. So we are looking at the levels that are holding the weight, 38, 61, and 50. So this is so here it is. So you can see this is 100, 61, 50, 38. So you can see it has already broken 23. So for a ranging market, we are just looking at, because we are looking at the retracement and we are looking at the extension level. So the market was really running up on USD card, but didn't actually quite get here. So here there was a level of resistance around here. You can see the price has tried to bounce a little bit. So this was our 76%. Then it came back down. Look, it came back at exactly 50. So 50 was holding a lot of weight, 50% mark. So, and then the market retraced up back to 100, then came back to 61, almost dropped down, then came back up near our moving average, then to 50, then around 61. Look now, this was our main resistance area, around this area. Then came back to 50, then 61 again, and then the drop now happened. So now you can see here it broke 61, broke 50, sorry a minute, broke 50 and also broke 38. Oh,
Okay,
Christ.
Victor. Hello, Victor. Charge your laptop, Bana. Gold is now at 1874. Imagine. Yes, going until 1900. Buying gold.